Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to Telling Time. Today I'm back with another personal collection watch showcase with my Dan Henry 1962 watch. I'm really excited to share the story of this watch, so if you're enjoying my watch and collection reviews, please like and subscribe to support the channel. But without further ado, let's get right into it. If you've seen my 2024 SOTC video, you would know that this is pretty much the second watch that I ever bought and my first chronograph watch. And at the time that I was starting on my watch collecting journey, I was heavily influenced by TGV, as you do, and he had introduced the Dan Henry brand to me. So I looked it up and I was really drawn to the 1962 model with its tri-compax layout, external tachymeter bezel, and essentially being the only modern revival of the Universal Genève Panda Chrono until very recently. Dan Henry the brand is all about providing modern quality watches inspired by legendary vintage designs, and I thought, why not check it out for myself? And after getting the watch, I have really loved it ever since. Now taking a closer look, the Dan Henry 1962 comes in with a case diameter of 39mm, 45.9mm lug to lug, and 13.5mm thickness, including the beautiful double dome mineral crystal. And the lug width is 20mm. Many things about the watch mirror the legendary Universal Genève Tri-Compax Chrono, and I do appreciate the attention to detail in the design, including these turned lugs, the overhanging bezel ring, and again the double dome on the crystal to give it that vintage bubble aesthetic. The dial features black stick markers with a black baton handset and chronograph hand. And the three sub-dials are done with a very subtle concentric brushing and maintains the monochrome panda color scheme. The 3 o'clock sub-dial features a 24-hour counter, the 9 o'clock sub-dial a 60-minute counter, and the 6 o'clock sub-dial shows the running seconds. The top of the lugs are polished and turned, much like the original Universal Genève and even somewhat like the Omega Speedy Pro, and the case side is finished with a fine brushing. On the 3 o'clock side are the piston style chronograph pushes and a tapered crown. Turning the watch around unveils the 3D engraved caseback with a really cool image of the Maserati birdcage, which is an awesome nod to the racing heritage of the watch. At the heart of the watch is the Seiko VK63 Mecha Quartz movement, which gives the chronograph action a smooth sweep and instant reset as opposed to your traditional quartz chronograph movement. I gotta say, the pusher action on the watch is super solid feeling and works with a reassuring click. The watch has no loom and offers 50 meters of water resistance. The watch is supplied with 2 colors of leather strap, a tan and black color, and they are both really good quality, subtle and robust. Overall, I gotta say that I'm very impressed by the design considerations and quality of the watch considering the price. At 280 USD or just under 500 Australian dollars, you get a really solid feeling and aesthetically pleasing watch that perfectly scratches that starter chronograph itch. Putting the watch on my 6.5-inch wrist, you can see that it wears absolutely beautifully. The 39mm size and short lug to lug positions it perfectly on my wrist, and turning it to the side, you can see that despite the 13.5mm thickness, it still looks and wears relatively slim due to the downturn of the lugs. And yeah, what more can I say? I think this watch will wear really well on wrists ranging from 5.5 to 8 inches. As for how I've enjoyed the watch, as you can tell by now, I really do love it. And when I first got this watch, I was using it as a stopgap chronograph watch in my collection, but over time, I've really come to appreciate the watch for what it is. It's a unique piece with its own design charm and serious value proposition. I love the design of the watch, the symmetry of the tri-compax layout, the monochrome colorway, these awesome toned lugs, and the unique case back all show care and attention to detail, differentiating it from your average run-of-the-mill Homage microband watches. Another positive of the watch is its understated versatility. I guess owing to the design excellence of the Universal Genève Panda Chrono, this watch goes well with any attire and is an easy go-to for a sporty looking timepiece that still looks elegant enough for formal settings. And finally, it would be remiss of me to not mention the value proposition. Coming in at under $300 you get a Mecha Quartz chronograph of high build quality, design, interchangeable straps to boot, and not to mention a complimentary travel pouch. In my books, this watch is a proper value monster behind maybe G-Shock or Casio. And if I had to be really objective and state some negatives of the watch, I would probably mention the fact that it's still a quartz movement, meaning that it will need a battery change every 3 to 4 years. In fact, I just had the battery in this watch changed, and it cost me a pretty penny because of this non-standard heptagonal caseback. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Another common criticism of the watch is the K1 mineral crystal, but to be honest, so far I've had no issues with scratching the crystal, and frankly I wouldn't trade this vintage bubble look for a sapphire crystal anyway. But that's all I had for this personal collection review of my Dan Henry 1962 chronograph. It is definitely a watch that I can happily recommend to beginner watch enthusiasts who are looking for a high quality Mecha Quartz chrono, or even seasoned collectors who are just looking for a perfect Panda chronograph. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel and let me know your thoughts. And as always, I'll see you again in the next one.